It just took one video. That's really all it was. For influencer Taylor Frankie Paul, a single recorded moment didn't just go viral. It kicked off a crazy chain reaction that spiraled into her family, her career, and even the justice system. So, we're going to break down how this one incident created a massive ripple effect that's still being felt, even today.
And this quote, this is pretty much where it all starts. A moment of self-admitted rage, all caught on camera. But what those few words don't tell you, what they can't possibly capture, is the collateral damage and everything that happened just outside the frame.
Okay, so the spark that lit this whole fire was a really shocking video from a domestic dispute back in 2023. And I gotta tell you, it's the kind of footage that's it's tough to watch, and honestly, it's even tougher to forget.
So here's what happens in the video, and it's pretty brutal. She's in this huge fight with her partner, Dakota, and she just throws a bar stool, but it doesn't hit him. It hits her 5-year-old daughter, who's just sitting on a couch nearby. You can actually hear the little girl crying mommy on the video, but the fight just keeps going. The immediate result was a goose egg on her head, but trust me, the long-term consequences, they were going to be way, way worse.
So after this video comes out, you've got two major systems that have to step in: Child Protective Services and the Family Court. And what's wild, truly fascinating, is that they both looked at the exact same video and came to completely opposite conclusions.
First, let's talk about Utah's Department of Children and Family Services, or DCFS. Their whole philosophy, their main rule is basically this: whenever you can, don't separate a family. It's all about family preservation, and that really shaped everything they did next.
And this is where things get really interesting. You have DCFS, right? They're sticking to their keep the family together rule. They see the video and say, okay, we don't see any immediate danger, so they do nothing. The kids stay right where they are. But then you have the family court. They're working under a totally different rule. What's in the best interest of the child? And they see that same video and act fast. Boom! Her ex-husband, Tate Paul, gets full custody, and Taylor has zero contact with her kids at first. It's just incredible. Same video, two totally different results.
Now, the court didn't just take her kids and walk away. They actually gave her a roadmap to get them back. But look, this was not an easy fix. We're talking a 6-month process where she had to jump through some serious hoops, things like alcohol education, psych exams, all before they even considered restoring that 50-50 custody. Okay, but here's the twist. You're not going to believe this. Her ex-husband Tate, the one who got full custody, he had never even seen the video when all of that was going down. Apparently, the story he got was that the stool never even hit the child. So you can imagine when the video finally drops publicly and he sees what really happened, we're told he just went ballistic. And the damage wasn't just happening at home. That video sent a shockwave straight into her career, and it basically blew up what was supposed to be her biggest break ever.
And when I say biggest break, I mean it. We're talking about ABC having already filmed an entire season of The Bachelorette with Taylor as the star. It was pretty much done in post-production, almost ready to go. And then ABC just pulled the plug. The whole season just vanished.
You know, canceling a network TV show, it's not like canceling your Netflix subscription. The financial fallout was absolutely massive, and it started a whole new set of ripples.
Let me put this in perspective for you. A single episode of The Bachelorette cost something like $2 million. $2 million. Now, multiply that by a whole season, you start to see the kind of staggering money we're talking about here. And that's not even the whole story. That's just to make the show.
Nope, the damage kept spreading. The entire post-production team fired. All those lucrative deals they had with hotels, with brands, gone. Millions of dollars just up in smoke. And now, behind the scenes, you've got this big fight brewing between ABC and the production company, Warner Bros. Discovery, over who's going to eat this massive financial loss. So let's recap. Her family life is a mess, her TV career is completely torched, and now the story comes full circle, right back to the legal system. Because that original incident from 2023, yeah, it's about to come back and haunt her in a very big way. So, could she actually go to prison for this? That is the million-dollar question right now. See, the plea deal she took for that first assault, it didn't really end things. It kind of just hit the pause button.
Here's the key thing you gotta understand. Back in 2023, she pleaded guilty to aggravated assault, which is a felony, by the way, and the judge put her on probation. Well, that probation isn't over yet,
And then, just recently, there was another reported altercation with Dakota, so now the district attorney is looking at this new incident and asking one simple question. Does this violate her probation?
So this chart really shows you just how much trouble she's in. She's on probation for a felony. If the DA says this new incident is a violation, it's game on. The whole thing goes right back in front of the judge. And that judge can just say, probation's over, and slam her with the original sentence, which could mean actual prison time. The stakes right now could not be any higher.
So at the end of the day, this whole story just leaves you with this one big question, right? We live in a world where everything is on camera. A single video can become judge, jury, and, well, career executioner in the blink of an eye. It really makes you think. How are our systems, how are we supposed to handle it when the raw, unfiltered truth is just right there for the whole world to see?